express from Tokyo, out from the Fujifilm headquarters in Tokyo, because they just released the Fujifilm X100VI, and it looks almost exactly the same as the X100 Mark V, but then it's actually a little bit thicker because for the first time it got in-body stabilization, and that is great. It's raining, so let's see how I'm going to do this. Kind of work. There's a new 40 megapixel sensor compared to 26 megapixel before. 26 megapixel was kind of like, it's alright. These days, it's kind of like a really basic standard, but 40 megapixel, that's so much better. If you don't have enough reach, you can just take it. Oh, slipping away, hang on. Yeah, if you don't have enough reach, you can just take a photo and then crop it later, 40 megapixel for you to crop. Maybe more useful is that when I do street photography, a lot of time I have to crop for composition later. 40 megapixel gives you much more flexibility for that. The fluorescent green above, but the thing is, this is revolver for cars. I saw, this is the first time I saw it in real life. Before I only saw it online. Wow. With the new sensor, there's new processor as well. As any new camera, there will be a new processor, faster, everything, faster AF. But there's new AI subject recognition detection as well. It detects human, animal, insects, car, train, bike, motorcycle, airplane, and drones as well. Yeah, drones. So the camera is almost the same actually. It's not exactly the same. The camera body, I mean, it's 2 millimeters thicker, and then the grip apparently, according to Fujifilm, is 0.5 millimeters thicker. But in reality, no, I have them side by side and I can't tell it's any thicker at all. Like, is it this bit? Is it this bit a little bit thicker? But this is the old one. But then after all, this is still, I think, the best looking X100. The X100 Mark V and this Mark VI, the line is just so great. Since the Mark V, you can find a big difference on the sharp edges and even the finishing on the surface that has a premium feel to it. For that, Fujifilm actually developed a new manufacturing process, which I only just learned about that in the designer talk in Tokyo Fujifilm arranged for us. Turns out you can always make those sharp edges, but with a cost.
If you actually spend a lot of money, you could do that. So for instance, the Apple products. So the press, that is a normal process used for aluminum, but it's hard to get that really beautiful edge. So you have the press and the cutting. We combine those together in the production process.
You can see from here, they start from a press process and then cutting. This is the first time I heard about this, 4 years after they announced X100 Mark V. Well, after all, for this camera, how it looks is really important. And it's not just all about the top plate. At the back, this LCD screen. The first time we see it on the X100V, you would think that it's a fixed LCD screen. It looks like a fixed LCD screen. But in fact, tilt up, tilt down, obviously. And it's just flush to the camera body. This is just amazing work by Fujifilm. Good thing is that it used the same battery as the X100 Mark V, and it actually got more power efficient. It actually got it shot more pictures in one charge than X100 Mark V, despite it got in-body stabilization. Back to the almost impossible to notice 2 millimeters thicker. The reason for that is probably the first ever in-body stabilization on any X100 camera. I mean, it's not a must, but it's definitely more than a nice-to-have feature. However, it doesn't really help with shooting video. When you start walking, it becomes like this, like a horror movie. And I was shooting with both hands. The last one, X100 Mark V, it was the first time it shoot 4K, but without any in-body stabilization. But now, with in-body stabilization, it looks similar. Now to show you, I'm going to tell you about how to get completely free music for your YouTube video, social media video without copyright issue. Like I have tried a lot of things before, but Toontank provides free and exclusive music for social media. You can monetize. All the music I'm used in this video is from Toontank. I just use the music, upload to YouTube, and YouTube will flag it as copyright. But you can just go to Toontank, put in the URL of your video. After like 15 seconds, they just release the copyright. The reason for this process is that after they release the claim, they can never claim it again. So you are guaranteed there is no copyright issue down the line. Toontank could be completely free, or you can pay for the pro services and whitelist your channel, and you can also like work for clients. So check it out for free. Plus, if you sign up with this link for the pay account, you can get 20% off. Anyway, it shoots 422 in 10-bit using full width of the sensor. There's a 1.23 times crop if you shoot 4K HQ or the new 6.2K. Of course, with this camera, choose the lowest shutter speed. It's really easy. You just pick your shutter speed, that's it. There's no, oh, you don't have to think about PASM mode, which mode do you use or something. Yeah, I forgot to turn it on. Well, the thing is, you can set your camera setting before you turn it on. What? Seriously, ever since SLR got automated, I never liked PASM mode. You have to change to the correct mode and then change the setting, rather than just change the setting directly. Play games together at the entrance of a metro station. See, after I take that, now I just switch it to 125 of a second. Easy. Why bother changing mode when you can just set the setting that you want and shoot? While at the same time, you still have automation, literally at your fingertip. Especially aperture dial, you can almost feel that what's the setting you are using. I think anyone who use manual lens or manual film camera would know that when you know your camera, you know that you don't have to look at the value. You feel and you know what setting you're on. Wide open, a little bit close, a little bit, and when the tool tap is level, oh, it's f5.6. I don't know because I don't own one, but on my old Olympus OM1. What? No, not this. This. Fun fact, my OM1 actually have a shutter speed ring on the camera itself. And just like X100 aperture ring, you have these two tabs here, so you can really feel the setting. That's why I love my OM1. You can control the shutter speed and aperture on the ring barrel itself. And you can do the similar thing on the X100, at least the aperture ring. This kind of connection, the involvement of shooting, is something so unique to Fujifilm. They understand. I've been in love with the shooting experience with the X100 for years. Oh, I've done this with the umbrella, shooting X100 Mark V. To be honest, for a camera like this, all the specs, does it really matter? The thing about this camera is just all the manual dials. I love that. I start taking photo with manual film cameras. I miss that. But also, the optical viewfinder. This is just the best. Because this is not DSLR, it is not, you're not looking through a periscope. This is just a window of looking at outside. I mean, when I'm looking at over there, and I put it to my eye, it's just an overlay in front of my eyes. It's just so intuitive and connect. Look at the scene, and there, same thing. Of course, you still got a viewfinder. You need a viewfinder. Sometimes it's just not viewfinder, the LCD. Sometimes the LCD is just more convenience. Just depends on the pictures, the photo, really. One last thing is $1,600. I'm not even going to compare that X-T30 Mark II kit is actually cheaper, or for around the same amount of money, how about Sony a6700 or 1.5G R3X? But it is such a unique camera. If you want it, you want it. Really, it's all about shooting experience. Well, if you want to save some money, X100 Mark V is still excellent. But if I'm getting one now, I would go for a new X100 Mark VI, if they have it in stock anyway.